Hi Aquarius, if you want to come on in, see your ink blot made in your name and essence. If you want to take a screenshot so you can scry on your own time and terms for any shapes or symbols that speak. And Aquarius, we are in December for December, but it's not held in time. I'm going to close the eyes, releasing the race and the rush, activating the abstract mind and ancient awareness to perceive and receive symbolic support. Aquas, when you're ready to empathically explore, let's go. Thank you as always for holding space for me to share my insights. Feel free to comment below what you see, sense, and feel. I'm seeing one of those dancers, like they're on stage, maybe the 40s, possibly the 30s, but I'm horrible with time. And they have like big feathers and like the can maybe? The Aquarius, the Aquas can. It's very green and jeweled like, so I almost feel like there's this it's an earthly expression, but it's filled with like jeweled water. Like if I was to see some Fiji, I don't know why that's coming through, some land, island like, and it's the water has a particular tone to it and it's just magical. You know, like I don't see it here in Canada. So it feels mystical and magical. So this, whatever water bearing the aquas are doing, it feels magical with an air of mystic around it. Mysticality, we'll call it mysticality. And I am staying in the realm of the collective energy, the aura of the collective. And you are beside Aries, if that means anything to you, and drawing a particular strength or just an understanding, or perhaps maybe working with Aryan energy as well, Aquas. I feel like the Aryans are doing something in the subconscious realm for the spirituality of with Source, I just heard. Something about boundaries as well. Seeing like skunk coloring right here. Might be in your third eye area. Be mindful, or like turn the light on or off. Like you don't always need to be actively or activated when wandering about. So boundaries in the third eye space if you're working on your social spirit skills, I just heard. Like social studies, but spiritual studies. But anyway, okay, that's fine. There's little white fish or frogs, could be like minnows transforming into full frogs. And how I'm seeing them is these little guys are amidst really dark and deep waters. So somebody or a portion of the collective of Aquarians could be in the shadow aspect, but I'm seeing these fish, minnow, frog things navigating with like a headlight. One headlight. Wallflowers. Maybe somebody feels like a wallflower, or a portion of your collective is wallflowers, and suddenly I'm like, interesting. It brings me out to being in a room with wallpaper that might be one image of one flower, like the wallflower, like one flower, but when it's multiplied, it becomes this beautiful wallpaper, and the one becomes many. And then I'm being brought back to the frog and the minnow, where if I recall, they typically are fertile. Lots of luck in the aqua energy. Come back to the boundaries, maintain the boundaries for that to happen. It's like I can see this spiritual skunk of these boundaries, not hollering, but kind of hollering towards the human, higher self to human, saying, boundaries, boundaries, boundaries. And in a most endearing way, like Pepe Le Pew, like to almost really nurture and adore your boundaries, right? Allow it to be, it kind of feels playful, and someone's always like chasing boundaries or holding them. But I feel like it's really important, Aquas, because in coming up to your season, oh, what is that? There is a big old, I'm looking at it, there we go. Whoops, we'll do that. Right up here. And I'm looking at the side of it. Very male. I'm taking a moment because I'm trying to discern if this is domineering or even more about dominion. Like so it's like I'm seeing the human face, the higher self or the higher mind skunk boundary, and then up above, we'll call it for simplicity's sake, like the oversoul or something along that lines, or the air. When I wander to the female aspect, it's the can dancers. And when it just transformed into the male, I really am trying to discern what it is I'm seeing. It's like they're looking down in this, it kind of has like a, but it doesn't mean it's bad. It's just like a determination. And the Wizard of Oz vibes are totally coming through. And there's something about the lips. Okay. I'm not going to try and make sense of any of that. And it's not for me to make sense of any of that. If you resonate, you resonate. You can put the story together and apply it. Maybe this is in regards to a job and you have an understanding from human space. You're trying to hold your boundaries spiritually. Maybe if you're in a toxic work environment or relationship, of course, and there is a domineering overlord kind of feeling and trying to work through this. That's one portal of possibility, rabbit hole, and it's very earthly, and that's what I just heard. It's just one of the circumstances. But when I shift into more of the feminine side of it, it's I can do this. Like, duh, I can do this. And there's a very celebratory feeling in that jeweled water, almost like a fountain of youth. What is that little guy coming out? Okay, if there is some sort of male energy, it doesn't have to be a male expression, just some sort of domineering energy around you that's not kind of plugging up your water bearing, because your elixir is elevating, right? Your element is blatantly elevated. So this heightens. What I'm sensing is like somebody else might recognize that and want to hold you even closer. But I'm seeing like the top of a head and the hands come out, and I'm seeing that up here. There we go, like way up here. And if you're aware of this with boundaries as well, it's like you're coming out of it and you're like, no. Okay, I'm going to wander down a little bit, and these oracle cards keep calling me, so I'm just going to listen. Aquarian energy. I'm going to wander down a little bit here. What's going on for Aquas? Like, share, subscribe. Thank you for joining me. Links below to help a gal grow. Oh, you're... Okay. Whew. So... I feel like there's a portion of the collective of the Aquarian energies that is speaking their mind, and whatever is being spoken of from both the intellect or intuition, let's say, it creates, when people can't reach things, so there's that extender. You have like really long arms. So I keep hearing like, say what you mean and mean what you say, Aquas, because you have outreach for your resources. And there is light there. They're light sharks, actually. Light sharks. And they work to protect you. Oh, I don't know if we're in the age of Aquarius, or I don't know. It just feels like it's coming into season. Light sharks, like they're like protectors of you. As you extend your energy out, Aquas, there's light. And I mean light as in like golden sharks that come and work with you to ensure that your outreach is met of the highest, for your highest good. I'm going to flip it here and we'll take a look at these cards. The Magician's Sword. Okay, lighting. There we go. Well, it's not my immediate concern. This is that like outreach. Confidence in your magic, in the hand, the universe, and eyes of the eagle. Okay, remember when we were talking about that outreach? If it's not I feel like when they say your eyes are in your stomach, is that the saying? I'm going to go with that's the saying, but you can correct me if I'm wrong. It's like your eyes are in your hands. When you reach for something. Also seeing Inspector Gadget. Dun, 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 Inspector Gadget. Oh. There's that fray. Yeah. It's like you're inspecting versus expecting. So if there's anyone around you that's like dampening your dominion or whatnot, you're noticing. You're very, very noticing. You have, not only is the universe your partner, but there's, again, we were talking about that like elixir from the beginning, this jewel toned water bearing. I feel like some aquas are moving from like different waters all over the world. So not everyone's working in the same tone and frequency of water. Some are lake water, some are bearing sea water, some are bearing salt water, like is it the Dead Sea? Like there's all this different kind of water. And different Aquarians are working in different waters. This collective energy I'm feeling here is those working in like jewel toned waters. All right, I'm going to keep on going here. Oh, we're going there for the aquas, okay. I see like your tree of life rising towards the sun. Like calling things in. Like, I don't know. Again, manifesting something. Is that maybe it's the Magician's Sword. Like I can almost see like an offering, like holding something up and saying, this is my offering to the light or to the, and I don't mean light, I mean gold and aura, golden opportunities. Okay. And then there's these, I don't know if they're baby alligators, some sort of reptilian, but alligators have been in my own psychology recently. So, but there's something old about that. Releasing old paradigms, old, I don't want to say old water because that's not what I mean, but if there's any sort of stale, stagnant water that's just been sitting there, because somewhere Aquarians, I feel like there is a bucket that of like your elixir, right? It's just your good juju, And somebody, personal, professional, perhaps even yourself, if it's like self-sabotage, you've been holding this bucket of water and like saving it, or it's being like, no, this is my magic. But over time, it becomes stagnant, and it's like, pour that back in and rejuvenate it. Magic. Do you believe in magic? There's that magician feel right all up in there. Yeah, it's mixing the light and the dark, the stagnant with the stupendous, I just heard. Liberty is just flown out. The observer and lullaby. Listen is on the bottom, and I feel like I'm going to be revisiting a concept, but maybe it's just that important, because what you're doing, Aquarians, energetically is important. So when we were talking about that potential person, place, or thing, like kind of, being a little, this is a portion of you about liberty. Or if somebody's been holding your water hostage, you're like, no. But as you're investigating it, Inspector Gadget, you have a lot of different ways to go about this. So causing a stir or causing your water to become, I'm seeing chaotic particles, that's not what you want. You just simply want them to be freed, right? And this water could be symbolic of your essence. And so you're observing, you're being very, very careful from a distance. It's like not saying anything to anyone as you're observing. So when you make a decision, you will do so from a calm place and be prepared to the best of one's ability to receive any backlash or backsplash or backwash. And then we have here lullaby, and I do feel like there could be a very positive message in here, but it's almost as if it's like realizing your elevated essence and elixir, and some energy, we'll call it, some energy has been like lulling you to stay where you are, or kind of keep you like in a trance. That's how I'm feeling right now, like I'm in a trance. Okay, I'm gonna wander down here. What are we getting ready to close out for Aquarians? Okay, you're going to be able to, I'm not even going to use the word combat. You're going to be able to filter through any of these dominions to the sovereignty of what it is you want in the life of Aquarius. I feel like that could be a TV show. And when you decide to rise up and make this offering, I want it to be known, there's like, I don't see anything there. It's in like an intention, it's not like the Lion King, and this is your intention. And I'm seeing what is that? King something or other can turn everything into gold. The Emperor, maybe it's an Emperor. Yeah, like elevating into Emperor status. All right, closing out here for Aquarians. It's been my honor, my pleasure. Please like, share, and subscribe. Links below to help the gal grow. And let's close out. Woo, okay. One more for... It's so awkward when they fall on the ground. Hold on. For heavens and hot dogs. All right. So dramatic. So dramatic. Trick or treat. Mischief. Can you see that? There we go. Mischief and play. Yeah, like, I don't know. You're the spirit. You just got something going on. Check your surroundings, Aquarius. Check your Brita filters of being incarnate, spiritually and physically, and just, I don't know, just take a boo. Take a boo around. Dun, 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 dun. Inspector Gadget. Look for anyone trying to lull you into a trance, because you are something in someone. There's something about you. It's just how I'm feeling. Winter came up, obviously wandering into this time of the year, and where I'm at, this is also for seeing the seasons. And that came up in your reading, like the season. The sacredness of your season feels very important to say. And when even the water bearing becomes frozen in this lake, it's actually going to give you a different way to maneuver. I'm seeing somebody obviously ice skating, but this is something about your liberty. Because it's still your jam. Winter, like water, a lot of water, but notably like water with earth all around it. It's almost like I can hear a declaration of your want and desire, not only for oneself individually, but for the collective. For Earth, for the planet, for the seasons. And I feel like something's going to fall away. Whoever may try and lull you or be your trick versus your treat, maybe throughout the winter season. I'm feeling like deep winter, not, oh, it's chilly, like deep winter. Like, you know how in fall the leaves change and then they start to disintegrate and so on and so forth. This is like winter. You might let stuff go. The lamp of remembrance, because this is blatantly Aquarians, because you are so Julie, and I mean that in like the jeweled tone, your energy, your auric energy is obviously elevated or being elevated. And this is cleaning anyone or anything that is not on board with your highest intention, with what you want in life, what you want in love, what you want in your career, what you want for all the people on the planet. Because everyone shares the water of life, whether it's a lake, a sea, etc. And some lantern in your hermit of winter, perhaps, even Virgo may pop up for you. Maybe there's a Virgo you're going to work with for support, this, that, or the other, to remember and like take hold of your sword, of what you want. Sovereignty in some spaces. Soulful sovereignty. All right, Aquarians, I'm going to let you go. Truly grateful and honored. I hope you enjoyed. And until next month, thank you. All right. Bye, Aquas.